Ladies and gentlemen, this is no drill. There is not that many days left for you to go and buy your Nintendo Wii U games before the store is gone forever. The store closes on March 27th, so I've compiled in as many games that I could think of and scoured the internet for more games here and there and compiled a pretty good list on games that I think that you should definitely keep your eye out for. And I'll kind of go over why here going forward. So without further ado, let's jump in here to the first set of games. And starting out, we've got Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars. This game is actually still only a Wii U exclusive, and so a Wii U eShop exclusive, that is. And so I definitely think that you should grab this game before it goes. In fact, if you buy this game, you'll get the 3DS version as well. So if you have a 3DS, you might as well download this before it goes off of that eShop here as well. But Mario vs. Donkey Kong, if you've never played this series, I do think it's definitely worth it. It's kind of a more relaxed kind of game to play, but definitely a fun game to pick up. In fact, that follows with Mini Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge here as well. Now, I've actually completely forgot that this game existed, so I can't talk too highly on this game yet, but I do think I'm going to go back around, pick this up before the shop closes, and give this game here a try. Followed by, I put Xenoblade Chronicles X on the list because this is one of those rare cases where a Wii U game did not make it to the Nintendo Switch, meaning that this one might stay here on the Wii U forever, which if that's the case, then that probably means that the physical copies of this game will probably go up in price. And so if you want to grab this game and make sure that you have it, at least digitally, like I said, there is a physical version as well. You may want to turn your eye to Xenoblade Chronicles X and grab that before the game is delisted off of any kind of source for where you can buy it here as well. Also a game that kind of is the same. This one has a physical version, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, but at the same time, this has really skyrocketed up in price, at least currently while I'm recording this video. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess is a little bit out of range, I'd say, for most people. I think it trends around $80, but it's still $50 on the eShop, and so if you want to make sure that you can secure this game, the HD remake of Twilight Princess, then I would suggest at least taking a look at this and trying to grab it before the shop goes down here as well. Here's another game that I'd never actually downloaded myself, but I'm going to go back here around and grab it here before the shop closes. It's Pushmo World. Now, honestly, I didn't know too much about this game, but looking at some people talk about this game, I do think that Pushmo World has definitely sparked my interest and something that I want to download here, because if I'm not mistaken, Pushmo World is also the same case where it's just on the Nintendo Wii U eShop, and so definitely a game to keep your eye out on and grab if you're a fan of the series. Also, a game that reflects in price, Devil's Third. I've never played this game either myself, but it's one of those cases that if you're a collector or something like that, this game is outrageously priced, and so you can still grab this game for, I believe, like $30 if you are at all interested in playing this game. Otherwise, the actual copy retails for much, much more than that. And so be sure to grab this one if you are anywhere interested and won't want to pay the outrageous high price for this game here as well. NES Remix is also one of those games that never fully moved over to the Nintendo Switch, and I thought NES Remix was pretty solid, and it just kind of mashes up classic NES games in, well, I guess kind of like a remix style where you kind of chug through them, and I do think that this game needs a little bit more attention and a little bit more light shined on it, because you just don't hear too many people talk about NES Remix. Now, it does have a physical copy here as well, but I imagine it'll be the same case. I'm sure that this game probably didn't end up selling extremely well, and so this would be another game that I think that is going to be worth downloading potentially if you don't really care about physical copies, and making sure you have it in the collection before possibly physical copies of this game shoot up in price too, with it not going to the Nintendo Switch. Metroid Prime Trilogy, this is going to go into a couple of the Wii games, because I do think that you should go through the whole entire retro console system, or as well the virtual console, and take a look, because there's some pretty decent titles all throughout. But I kind of grabbed some Nintendo Wii U or Wii games here as well, like Metroid Prime Trilogy, where you can grab it for $20 and you get 3 Metroid games, and that's honestly a heck of a deal. And so Metroid Prime Trilogy, you should definitely be looking at that if you don't have this game. I threw in like the Pikmin games here as well, Pikmin 1 and 2. The Wii versions on the Wii U, just because I love Pikmin, and I definitely think that people should try it. And the Wii copy of the game is definitely a little bit more expensive here right now as well. And so before it goes away, you might as well grab it here on the Wii U eShop. Same with Rhythm Heaven Fever. This game trends for like $100 here still today. I love the Rhythm Heaven series. I defend it all the time, and I definitely think that you should grab Rhythm Heaven for sure if you don't have the physical copy, because once this goes away, then it'll be definitely hard to get your hands on Rhythm Heaven. And I also threw in DuckTales. In fact, I'm going to kind of go in a little bit of this here next, because there is honestly some amazing sales going on here on the Nintendo Wii U right now. DuckTales being one of them. I think it's like $2.99 right now. In fact, let's switch everything over. All right, and checking out some of these deals here. This is just under the sales tab under the Wii U eShop. Here's a couple more Wii games like Resident Evil 4, $2.99. $2.99 for Resident Evil, The Umbrella Chronicles. These are a lot of Capcom games here that are on sale for $2.99, like Jack and Wiki. That's a fantastic Nintendo Wii game that's going to run good on the Wii U for only $2.99. Monster Hunter 3, $2.99. There's that DuckTales for $2.99 as well. Shovel Knight, Treasure Trove, only $5.99. That's an incredibly good price. I'd recommend grabbing it. Resident Evil Revelations, the Shantae series here as well for only $4.99. And Shantae's Pirate Curse for $9.99. These are also fantastic games to grab. I mean, it's just worth just scrolling through here. SteamWorld Dig for only $1.99. That's incredible stuff. SteamWorld Heist, $2.99. And Runbow, I love Runbow as well, for $2.99. It's honestly totally worth just scrolling down here and checking out some of these amazing deals before they go down, because I can assure you there's probably something in here that you can get for a really, really good price before the Wii U eShop closes down. And that's kind of my list. I'm definitely in like the sad camp that it's unfortunate to see these shops close down. That is kind of the issue with the digital future that everything is going forward, because there's no legacy shop. There's no way that these shops can continue, at least the way that the system is put in place here right now. I think that we definitely need to move towards more of just legacy shops, where it's an eShop that moves across all systems all throughout. That way these games don't actually completely fizzle out and disappear, especially if more and more games are just going to go digital here all the time. It's unfortunate to see these shops crumble down. And now, of course, the Wii U was definitely a little bit more of an underselling console, but again, every digital system will probably have an ending at some point. So that's why it's just important to somehow preserve these games. And I know people are going to comment saying, well, why don't you download whatever software and that way you can get all the games for free? But that's not the point. I mean, I'm talking about legitimate legal ways to buy games needs to really prevail and go forward, especially since it's easy for a lot of indie people to just plop their games here on eShops instead of going through a physical copy. I do think digital is great for some people, but it is terribly unfortunate to see these shops close down. But that's kind of my systems. I know there's a lot more out there. I've been trying to do research, and there's a lot of other games I just haven't heard of, and I'll probably end up regret missing too, because everything is shutting down here soon. But it just kind of is what it is. We can only hope that they'll be brought out in the future. Either way, thanks again for watching here. I'm making it all the way to the end of this video. Guys, I hope you have a good one, and we'll catch you in another one. Peace.